everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Today we're diving into something we have both experienced but in totally different ways. From chaotic plane rides to exploring Melbourne, we are going to share some funny, scary and exciting stories, so buckle up.
Hi and welcome to Journey Guides. My name's Tahlia and today I'm here with Lily. Today we're sharing our funniest, scariest and most memorable travelling experiences.
Right now it's 2:30 and we're in Nazareth Catholic College.
We're going to be discussing lots today, including some wild plane rides, what it's like arriving in Melbourne, and all the fun and food we had exploring the city. Plus, we'll share another plane story you won't want to miss, Melbourne shopping adventures, and the unforgettable Collingwood game at the MCG. But first, we're going to be chatting about a hectic plane ride experience. So Lily, tell me about your plane ride experience. Was it smooth sailing or did anything interesting happen?
It was honestly hectic. It was late October and we had to wake up at 4 a.m. to get to the airport from Adelaide to Melbourne. I was asleep for the most part as I hate being awake on plane rides. One moment I do remember from when I was awake was an old lady vomiting on my mum. The plane went from silent to everyone hearing my angry mum. I thought it was funny at the time, but obviously my mum didn't. When we landed, it was so confusing to get out of the airport, but we ended up getting to our hotel not long after. So tell me about your plane ride experience. Was it smooth sailing as well, or did anything interesting happen?
The flight was insane. Everything was fine initially. The takeoff had been smooth. The cabin lights dimmed. Everyone was settling in. I was just starting to relax. I remember looking out the window and seeing the clouds in the distance, but the captain announced that we'd be hitting some turbulence. It wasn't bad at the start, just some shaking, but then the whole plane started bouncing around like it was a bumpy road in the air. I turned to my brother in shock. My stomach was flipping every second we dropped. People were holding onto their seats, but it only lasted 10 minutes. It felt way longer. That was probably the scariest flight I've been on. What was it like when you arrived in Melbourne?
I only visited Melbourne as a short trip. We arrived at 11 a.m. in the morning and checked into our hotel, Mansion on Little Burke. On the first day, my brother and my dad went to watch the Formula 1 race that was on that day, while my mum and I explored the city through shopping. I bought lots of new things and enjoyed the atmosphere of the busy streets. One negative was the weather. Around that time of year it was pretty cold and windy. Day 2 of the trip wasn't much different. Again, we did lots of shopping and exploring in Melbourne. But what about you? How was your Melbourne experience?
Honestly, Melbourne was such a good experience. The city felt so alive, like there were always something happening everywhere you looked. We liked walking around, checking out all the food in different places. The weather, on the other hand, was very different to Adelaide. One minute it's nice and sunny, the next it's pouring with rain. You don't know what to expect. I spent most of my time just doing a lot of shopping and eating, and the food was amazing. We went to different places each night, and it was so hard to compare each place. They were all just so good. One major highlight was going to the Collingwood game with my family. The atmosphere at the MCG was incredible. From the cheering and chanting, it felt like the stadium was shaking. Everyone around was so passionate, it just made it feel more excited.
If you'd like to hear more episodes from Nazareth, you can check them out at our own podcast page. The link is in the show notes for this episode.
This podcast was produced by Tahlia and Lilly for Nazareth Catholic College with ArchD Radio and Podcasting.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel to hear heaps of other school life stories. Bye!